Greetings to all our viewers from different corners of the world. We extend our heartfelt gratitude for choosing to join us here at Imani Television, your premier destination for faith-based content centered around the teachings of Jesus Christ. Your ongoing support means the world to us. We hope you had a wonderful day and a blessed weekend. Welcome to today's edition of the News Hour, broadcasting on this Monday, the 25th of March 2024. We have an extensive lineup prepared for tonight, covering a wide array of government sectors, regions, and facets of our nation. Don't forget to connect with us on social media platforms. Just follow Imani Television on Facebook and YouTube for additional updates. Without further ado, let's delve into our headline stories.
Have been at the forefront of the administration of justice and understood the aspirations and expectations of the Kenyan people on the judiciary. As I take over the office of Chief Registrar of the Judiciary today,
hii Ramadhan, fanya kila jambo ambalo kwamba ukilifanya inaonyesha unamuogopa, unamcha Mwenyezi Mungu Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Tusidanganye, tusiibe, tusizini, tusinywe pombe, tusivute sigara, tusivute bangi. Na haya Ramadhani kisha tuyawache kabisa.
Young voters, it needs a lot of voter education, of which we have impacted on them. While we were briefing them, some do know what IBC means and some do not. So that means there is the urge to be able to know.
Tuna madarasa ya kutosha, wanafunzi hao wanasomea kanisa, alafu wengine wanasomea kwa tent, na wengine wa optionals wanasomea nje. Watoto hawajawahi kuona lab tangu kuja shule hii, na mtihani mwaka wa 2024 wanafanya KCSE. Hawajui Bunsen burner hata ni nini.
We are also treating minor ailments. We have people who are sick. They walk around, they walk sick actually. And therefore, these are the people whom we want to make sure that they are healthy, so that now they may go to their shambas, cultivate their shambas where they are strong, so that they are economically very much active.
Now, welcome. My name is Barasa Saenyi. The Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi today urged Kenyans to embrace hard work and commitment towards nation building. Speaking in Kajiado County, he encouraged citizens to take the lead in enabling the country to make developmental strides. Mudavadi emphasized that competition among brothers in development should not be viewed as enmity, but as means of fostering growth and health. He further stressed the importance of leaders embracing unity to ensure development occurs in all parts of the country. Let's begin our bulletin tonight.
Can we envision a peaceful and secure nation? Can we envision a nation where competition is not enmity? Vile nimeona na viongozi wenu hapa, hawezi kujua huyu ni wa chama gani. Hiyo siasa wanamaliza. But one thing that I've seen amongst the Masai, the Ma, and I've seen it more frequently here in Kajiado, is that they do not convert competition to enmity. Kwa sababu competition itakuwa kila mara. We must accept that. There will always be competition. But let us not convert competition to enmity. Hata wakati Sungu alisema hapa kuna jamaa alimkimbiza sana, nilikuwa nafuatilia vizuri sana. He was acknowledging that he faced stiff competition, but he is not an enemy. Kwa hivyo katika taifa letu tuwe na vision ambayo itatuweka pamoja. And first I want to pick up from where our good bishop left. He talked of a vision And that vision comes in many ways, in dreams, in thoughts, in many different ways. But you must have a vision, and then you work towards actualizing the vision. Na amezungumza hapa, and I can tell you, hata kama ungekuwa kwa classroom na maprofesa ingechukua muda mrefu, but within a very...
All right, we're still on government matters, and Cabinet Secretary for Mining, Blue Economy and Maritime Affairs, CS Salim Vuria, has issued a stern warning to illegal mining centers, ordering their immediate closure to streamline the sector. Speaking in Athi River, CS Salim emphasized that both local and international investors operating without mining licenses are violating the law. He further stated that the mining police unit will be deployed to ensure the shutdown of all illegal mining sites, which with individuals involved facing legal consequences.
Lakini tunataka kuambia kila mwekezaji katika sekta hii ya madini aweze kuwekeza akiwa ndani ya sheria za Kenya. Hivyo tunamaanisha haitaruhusiwa mtu yoyote kufanya uchimbaji madini, kufanya mambo ya kwari bila kupata leseni ya serikali. Na kwa sababu nyinyi mko katika cooperative, yenu ni rahisi kwa sababu tayari zile artisanal mining committees watawasajili wawapatie permits. Lakini tunajua kuna wanabiashara wengine wakubwa ambao wamezoea kuchimba madini bila kutafuta leseni na bila kulipa kodi ya aina yoyote. Na nimeagiza sehemu zote za nchi wale wanafanya illegal mining, hizo mining sites zifungwe. Wengine wameenda paka wamefanya madharau, wanachimba madini kwa compound ya shule. Wengine wanaenda kufanya mining kwa compound ya hospitali. Hizo sehemu zote tumesema zifungwe. Na katika mageuzi pia tuna wale tunaita mining police unit ambao watatusaidia kuhakikisha tunapanga hii sekta vizuri. Na pia tumetambua hii nchi yetu ni nchi tajiri sana. Kwa sababu wakati tuliangalia ramani ya Kenya na tukapitisha ndege na vifaa vingine, tuligundua katika kila county kuna madini kadhaa ambayo tumeyagundua. Kwa sababu tumeona yale ishara za madini ziko 970 katika nchi yetu. Kuna madini mengine ni muhimu zaidi, kuna madini mengine yana thamani zaidi. Kwa hivyo tumeamua tufanye mageuzi ili hii sekta ya madini iweze
Now, elected leaders at the Coast region allied to the Orange Democratic Movement have endorsed former Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho for the presidential bid and position of ODM party leader. The leaders have argued that they have one of their own in the race to become the 6th president of Kenya. The ODM deputy party leader called the Coast leaders to unite and support his bid. Also speaking, the Narok Senator Ledama Olekina and Governor Abdallah have also endorsed Joho as the next ODM running mate.
Hata wengine ambao kwamba wako katika vyama vingine, mimi nina imani they will see which is the winning side. Wataona hapa ndio ambao kwamba kwenye kufaa.
Na nitawaambia hao ambao mniuliza mimi niko wapi wakati Raila Odinga akaenda kiapishwa pale, ile ndio kule kikweli kweli mlikuwa wapi? Na mimi mwenyewe ndo nitamkaribisha, karibu baba hujawapishwa. Mimi Hassan Joho. Then you have the audacity today to ask me nilikuwa wapi?
There's no one who has got the monopoly of saying I'm the one who is going to take this. All of us must stand strong and make sure that we bring our energies to synergize so that we see that the things that you've been fighting for, you have a chance to be able to achieve them.
Na tukishikana pamoja.
Now, Winfrida Mokaya has assumed the office as the Chief Registrar of the Judiciary, with a commitment to pursue funding for access to justice. Mokaya emphasized that the funding that the judiciary is seeking is reasonable and should be administered as a public good. Among her other priorities is support in implementation of the social transformation through the access to justice blueprint. The event was graced by Chief Justice Martha Koome and her predecessor David Maraga, among other government officials. Let's listen in.
I have been at the forefront of the administration of justice and understood the aspirations and expectations of the Kenyan people on the judiciary. As I take over the office of Chief Registrar of the Judiciary today, I do so confidently, having understudied my three predecessors whom I worked under.
Thank all of you who have come to witness the enormous task that has been placed on the shoulders of our CRJ.
All right. Now, the government, through the National Government Constituency Development Fund, will set up Huduma centers or Huduma Kenya services in all the 290 constituencies across the country. Public Service Principal Secretary Amos Gatecha has said that the aim was to enhance the accessibility of government services in line with the government's digitization agenda. Janet Namalwa has more details on this story.
Today morning, Principal Secretary for Public Services Amos Gidesha met senior representative of government ministry, department and agencies to discuss the status of deployed services on the Huduma Kenya platforms.
And, the model that we are developing now for the Huduma centers will be a building with the one story. Ground floor will be for Huduma, and then first floor will be for Jitume centers where the members of the public can access.
The PS Amos Gidesha said the new Huduma Digital Center will be established in collaboration effort between the members of the National Assembly through the National Government Constituency Development Fund, NCDF.
We have several MPs now who are preparing either to renovate buildings that are in their constituencies, but some of them are also constructing the buildings, and we are encouraging many more to do that.
Gidesha said Huduma Kenya will provide ICT infrastructures and manage the day-to-day operation of the new Huduma Digital Center in 290 constituencies across the country.
Yeah, because there is the need. The need is there. Yeah? We have seen the customer satisfaction has dropped. Our target is normally to have a satisfaction of 92%. It has now dropped to 79%, and it is now becoming a major concern.
PS Gidesha said the main aim is to enhance the inclusivity and accessibility of government services in line with the government digitalization agenda. Janet Namalwa, Imani TV.
Well, thanks so much, Janet, for that story. Now, and the Ministry of Agriculture has today announced that the government has set apart 200,000 hectares for sunflower planting in an effort to reduce half importation of cooking oil come 2025. Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture Mithika Linturi said this program will also include an increase in planting of oil palm trees from 50,000 hectares to 1 million hectares come the year 2027. Let's listen in.
In an effort to reduce the importation of cooking oil in the country, the government is set to launch small factories in every county to help produce cooking oil. In the first phase, the government will supply 500 million tons of sunflower seed to farmers to increase the growing capacity of sunflower plantation in the country to 200 hectares.
We are distributing over 500 metric tons of sunflower in the country through our county systems to really get this seed to our farmers.
On the other hand, 1 million hectares of land will be used in planting of palm trees come the year 2027. As for now, 50,000 hectares has been set aside in Homa Bay and Siaya counties for oil palm tree plantation, whereas 120,000 hectares of land will be used in planting of canola.
We have regions around Lake Victoria the counties along Lake Victoria and counties in coast. Those cumulatively, we have close to 1 million acres that are suitable for oil palm planting. Currently, we've engaged 2 counties. Homa Bay, they've set aside 25,000 acres. So we are in the process of producing seedlings for them. Next year we'll have reduced by 50%, but long term we'll want to stop importing and be a net exporter. That's the agenda, but that will be by 2027.
The goal is to have Kenya produce 40 million liters of cooking oil every year.
Flour is planted. Before we get to the harvesting, we have 300 pressers that will be able to give to the farmers through women in groups, through cooperatives, for them to be able now to get the oil out of the seed.
As for now, Kenya requires 900,000 tons of cooking oil yearly, but it has the capacity of producing only 80,000 tons yearly. Reporting for News Hour, my name is Isaac Sanya.
Well, thanks, Isaac, for that story. Now, the Kisii main prison is said to be relocated from town, a move that is aimed to provide space to expand the town. This was revealed by the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, that is Professor Kithure Kindiki, who is on a tour in Kisii. CS Kindiki says plans are ongoing to source for an alternative piece of land within the region. The relocation will be conducted by the county government. Kindiki also urged the security personnel in the county to intensify the war against illicit brew and drugs. Kindiki said they plan to anchor the new directive into law, and they will be seeking Parliament's concurrence next month to deal with the menace.
The decision to relocate this facility from here is irreversible. It is on course, and very soon we'll be making a final determination on the new site. We have a national program to enforce the law on the fight against illicit killer brews, as well as narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. We have reviewed the progress that has been made by the teams here. Some progress has been made, but we believe there is a lot more that we can do to make sure that we eradicate this problem permanently this time round.
All right. Now, in other matters, schools in the country have been encouraged to impart leadership and administration skills to students. Speaking during the election of class leaders at Shina's Premier School in Nakuru County, the Deputy Supervisor of Nakuru East at the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, Stephan Ipelo, said that this is one way through which schools will be able to prepare students to participate in the democratic process by providing them with leadership training within the school. Her remarks were supported by Janet Maweo, the principal of Shina's Premier Academy, who said that children are the hope of the future generation, and if they are not properly led in dealing with leadership issues and responsibilities, then the future of the nation will be lost.
Young voters, it needs a lot of voter education, of which we have impacted on them. While we were briefing them, some do know what IBC means and some do not. So that means there is the urge to be able to know what is going on with the IBC or with the elections in Kenya.
And we are bringing in the peoples to vote because it's very important in our society. One, we are teaching them the importance of democracy. We also nurture their talents, especially the leadership skills in learners. We normally do the theory part of it, especially in class. That is where they are learning the CBC in social studies, the leadership skills. We also have a club in our school called The Leader in Me. This one is to nurture learners or to nurture the young ones to become responsible leaders in the future, because everyone is a leader. That's why we want to nurture all these talents all through.
And this is one way of instilling leadership skills among the learners, and also integrity and responsibility. We are preparing these learners as soon coming leaders who are going to be responsible citizens and who are enlightened in leadership, knowing what is expected.
Now, the Private Security Guards Union has raised concerns about lack of implementation of the proposed new reforms for security guards, including minimum payment wage of 30,000 shillings per month. Speaking in Nairobi, the Secretary General Isaac Andabwa says that security guards are set to have a meeting in Nairobi on 30th March to push forward the implementation of the reforms, and have also accused the private sector firms of ignoring their workers' plan in spite of the government's effort to improve their welfare.
Salasini, Mheshimiwa Rais amesema bawabu wapewe mshahara. Tunapigia makofi kidogo. Kwa hivyo, in slavery, exploitation, kunyanyasa, kuibia watu overtime, kuibia watu allowance, environment ya kazi, kuzikwa kama kakasi ya ng'ombe, inaisha tarehe 30.
Now, let's head to some local news where Trans Nzoia County education stakeholders are advocating for the use of former students as guides for current secondary school students, particularly girls. Speaking while at St. Joseph's Girls Grounds in Kitale, their aim is to promote good values and offer advice on how to succeed in education and life. The initiative hopes to inspire and empower the younger generation to strive for excellence and achieve their full potential. Let's watch this.
The old girls, you've been challenged. You have a responsibility to mentor these girls, to be part of this school, to identify with this school and impact. We challenge you to take up at least a project, however small, that in your own remembrance.
Kuna wale ambao watapewa nafasi katika kielimu waingie kwa zile university na colleges. Wengine watapata labda mapato kupitia kwa mikono yao. Tuingie kwa taaluma mbalimbali ili pia nasi tunawiri.
You're still too young to start family life now. However good you are, you will not manage the double role.
Elsewhere, a call has been made to residents of Ikolomani constituency in Kakamega County to be proactive by visiting health centers for screening against cancer. This follows the discovery that out of every 10 people screened, 3 are found to have the disease. Speaking at a free medical outreach event, Dr. Shadifin Ayende expressed concern over these statistics and urged citizens to prioritize their health. Beneficiaries of the free medical services have applauded this initiative and urged Kakamega Governor Fernandez Barasa to continue focusing on the health sector and serving the local community.
We are also treating minor ailments. We have people who are sick. They walk around, they walk sick actually. And therefore, these are the people whom we want to make sure that they are healthy, so that now they may go to their shambas, cultivate their shambas where they are strong, so that they are economically very much active.
Tumekuja kugundua ya kwamba kansa ni ugonjwa moja ambayo hapa Ikolomani wagonjwa wengi, kati ya wagonjwa 10, wagonjwa 3 ambao wanafariki ni wa kansa. Na kwa hivyo tukajiuliza ni jinsi gani tunaweza kusaidia umati iweze kupata information hii mapema. Na ndiyo njia moja ambayo tunasema ya kwamba kila mtu anaweza kukuja kufanyiwa screening. Wamama wote katika kitengo chochote cha age wakuja wafanyiwe screening ya cervix na screening ya breast ili waweze kujua. Unajua screening inasaidia kujua hali yako mapema.
Wanapata free medical treatment, wanapata madawa, wanapata consultation from the doctors, wanapatiwa prescriptions. Kuna pia mambo ya screening ya cancer wanafanyiwa, tuko na expert hapa wa cervical cancer screening, kuna maana ya prostate cancer screening. And then we also come up with government services. Kuna watu wa registrar of persons, they're handling money ya birth certificates, they're handling mambo ya ID.
Kwa sababu wasewa hapa
ni watu wenye hawajui mahali hospitali iko. So wazee wetu wengi wanakufa, wamama wetu wengi wanakufa. Tumekuwa na matanga kila siku kwa sababu hawana matibabu, hawakuwi na mtu wa kuwaeleza jinsi ya kupata matibabu.
Facilities ama huduma za afya ziko karibu na sisi. Tunashukuru sana.
St. Charles Luanga High School in Kaptoboi, Mount Elgon constituency in Bungoma County has enrolled Form 4 students despite lacking essential facilities such as laboratories and teachers' offices. Shockingly, some students have to study in the sun due to the lack of proper infrastructure. As a result, a call has been made to well-wishers to intervene and save the school from the situation. Let's watch this.
Tuna madarasa ya kutosha. Wanafunzi hao wanasomea kanisa, alafu wengine wanasomea kwa tent, na wengine wa optionals wanasomea nje. Watoto hawajawahi kuona lab tangu kuja shule hii, na mtihani mwaka wa 2024 wanafanya KCSE. Hawajui Bunsen burner hata ni nini. Watoto wao kwa ajili ya mazingira ambao wanakaa wanakosa shule sana. Kwa maana hawana labda viatu, hawana hata sare za shule. Saa zingine hata wanalala njaa, ndio sababu wanachelewa kuja shuleni.
We came here to mentor young boys and girls in this school, and we've had a good time talking to them and trying to encourage them. We've also left them some gifts, which we know it's a small drop in the ocean. It's not enough, but it's a good start. We also have other pillars. We have other events like free medical camps that we have scheduled.
All right, we hope that well-wishers will intervene and help the students find a better place or a better way of learning. In other matters, as Muslims continue to observe the holy month of Ramadan, their leaders have called upon Muslims to offer assistance to the less fortunate in the community, especially internally displaced persons facing various challenges. Speaking at a fundraising event to help refugees in Dadaab camp held in Nairobi County, these leaders emphasized the importance of providing any form of assistance to the needy in efforts to bring Kenyans together during this period of Ramadan. Let's watch this.
Katika hii Ramadhan, fanya kila jambo ambalo kwamba ukilifanya inaonyesha unamuogopa, unamcha Mwenyezi Mungu Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Tusidanganye, tusiibe, tusizini, tusinywe pombe, tusivute sigara, tusivute bangi. Na haya Ramadhani kisha tuyawache kabisa.
Viongozi wa Islamu ambao hawajajitokeza, tunasema tunasihi wajitokeze, wasaidie kwa upande ya serikali pia, watetea hawa refugee wasaidie, wapate angalau wapate kitu ambayo ni basic.
This is the blessed month of Ramadan where we are encouraged to actually give. So it is the best time for anyone to give.
Bringing together Kenya's business sector to support refugees, especially those refugees who are resident in Dadaab refugee camp.
All right, the story about Ramadan marks the end of our news bulletin tonight. Thank you so much for watching News Hour and for staying tuned this evening. On behalf of our production crew, I say thank you so much for watching. My name is Barasa Saenyi. God willing, we'll meet tomorrow on another bulletin such as this. Good night.
Africa.
What is your perception of Africa as a continent? What are your hopes and dreams for Africa?
1 billion people. 55 sovereign states, with at least 7 of these being the fastest growing economies of the world. But There is still so much untold stories that we are yet to be told.
Do you see your part in the development of this continent? Africa is a continent rich in resources, culture, talent, and the home of stories. Stories that bring joy, stories of resilience, strength, and a never-dying spirit that gives hope.
Voices of people who have pushed beyond limits to make positive change in the African society. Which is why I'll be bringing you African Vision Voices in line with Good News Productions Africa to highlight the heroes and the heroines of Africa together with African news content. My name is Francis Msakali. See you then. Africa.
What is your perception of Africa as a continent? What are your hopes and dreams for Africa?
1 billion people. Five sovereign states, with at least 7 of these being the fastest growing economies of the world. But there is still so much untold stories that we are yet to be told.